Oh, I probably look like a bell end in this hat, but quarantine hair is getting to me way too much, so I'm gonna keep it on. How we doing, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as the title suggests, we're gonna be going over exercises that you normally would do at the gym, but you can also create at home now. Now, firstly, before we get into the video, I will leave timestamps at the top of the description. If you want to go there, if you're here just for one particular exercise and you want to know how to do it, then feel free to skip ahead. And as well, this video is more going to focus on the actual setup of the exercise as to actually how you perform it. This is because if you've clicked onto this video, I imagine that you regularly go to the gym or that you've been to the gym before, so you know how to perform most exercises. So my goal in this video is just to show you how to set them up with a few bits of equipment. Now, what I will say is, because you're using a resistance band, obviously it's going to be slightly different to the cable at the gym. This is because obviously a resistance band, the further you pull it, the harder it gets. Whereas the cable at the gym, the tension actually remains constant throughout the exercise. So that's probably why you've noticed, if you've done resistance band work before, as you get to the sort of top of the movement, you're like, why is this getting harder? That's the reason. Also, all the equipment I use in this video, I will leave a link to in the description. At the point of recording this, they are all still in stock. But obviously, as this quarantine thing is kind of chopping and changing, I don't know if they will all still be in stock. As well, you may already have certain resistance bands at home or whatnot. And if the ones I put in the description aren't available, feel free to message me on my Instagram and I can help you find an alternative. Or if you find one online and go, Joe, is this suitable? And I'll be like, yes, no, whatever. Now, the full list of equipment I use in this video will be a rock climbing clip, aka a carabiner, I don't know how you pronounce it, probably should have looked that before. You've got a resistance band or multiple bands, ideally a light, a medium and heavy one. You've got an ankle cuff, which is adjustable so you can use it on your ankle and wrist. And lastly, a tricep rope extension. As well, in this video, I'll be showing you 3 upper body exercises and 1 lower body. And if you enjoy this video or do find it informative, please leave it a like. As soon as this video hits 25 likes, I will release a part 2 to this. So you should smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and let's get into the exercises. All right, let's do this. So first exercise up, we have tricep pushdowns. Now, to begin this exercise, you'll want a reasonably high surface. As you can see, I'm using a tree, but you could use a fence as another alternative. You'll then wrap the resistance band around the tree as shown, tie it in a knot, and ensure that it's secure by just giving it a few pulls. Next, you'll want to attach the clip to the bottom end of the resistance band, and once that is on, attach your rope to the clip. Lastly, depending on how tough you want the resistance to be, take a few steps out and begin to perform your tricep pushdowns. Obviously, the further you step out, the harder the exercise will be. Next up, we have cable rows, and to begin this, you'll put the resistance band under a stable surface. Again, I'm using this garden table that I have access to, but feel free to use whatever you have, you know, that might be a sofa, a chair, etc. Next, you'll want to attach the clip to the bottom of the resistance band. Unfortunately, in this clip, I am actually blocking this step out, but luckily I realised halfway through, right about now, and move out the way. Once the clip is on, attach the rope to the clip, and just for safety measures, give it a pull just to make sure that resistance band isn't going anywhere. Now, the final step is obviously just to perform your cable rows. Similar to the tricep pushdown, the further you stand away, the harder the exercise will be. And if the resistance band you have access to is a little light or a little bit too easy, feel free to do these one hand at a time. Moving on to the third exercise, we have hammer curls, which actually are the exact same setup as the rows. However, after me realising that having a clip glide past your crack is not at all comfortable, I performed these the other way around and can say it was a much better user experience. Fucking hell. Stuff I say on here. Again, if the resistance band you have access to is too easy or too light, feel free to do these one arm at a time as shown here. Now, the last exercise I will demonstrate is a hamstring curl, which I am using the same table as the last 2 exercises. However, I'm now using the ankle cuff instead of the rope. Once the resistance band, the clip and the cuff are in place, you will then need to grab a yoga mat or any sort of comfortable surface you can use and place it on the floor in front of you. Next, strap your ankle into the cuff nice and tight so it doesn't move up and down your leg while performing the curl, and proceed to lay down into the starting position. Now, once you get into the starting position, you may need to move further out if necessary, so have a play around with this and see what distance works for you. You'll also notice that for this exercise, I'm using a much lighter resistance band, which is something I would highly recommend, as with the bands, this exercise can become quite challenging while performing it. Lastly, you can perform this exercise without the cuff. However, I found the band was constantly sort of just running up and down my leg, and it's just not ideal when performing the exercise, really. Right, and that is all we have for today. So like I said, as soon as we hit 25 likes, I will post part 2 to this. So if you did enjoy it, please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's all from me. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay in a bit.